Okay, this is the kind of shit that I have been talking about for years that has now come to reality. Before I used to, on Windows 7, I used to be able to go into my network settings or my home network on my computer. And I used to be able to host my own home network at my house and connect multiple computers to it, just like if it was the internet, but only an internet in my house, where I could have multiple computers all communicating with each other through a central hub, through a router, and I could share data with each other, with every single machine that was in my house. Now with Windows 10, you can't do that. As soon as I try to open a fucking account, it sends me to some goddamn web page, and it has my information about my machine on this web page, which means anybody with the right know-how can get to it and find out what's on my computer. It's right here online for anybody who's clever enough to come and find. I didn't even have to log into anything to get to it. And it wants me to give them a phone number so I can start my own network, my own private network at my house that I shouldn't even need internet to be able to host and do. I should be able to share files amongst my own computers at my house without the internet, without the need to having given any of my privacy or any of my bullshit to Microsoft at all. And yet they have deliberately forced me to not be able to do that anymore. That I have to connect to this internet web page, connect to their server, and I have to be granted access to my own computers, to my own machines in my house, in my home, to be able to access them from one computer to the other. I have to have Microsoft's permission to do that. And now I can't communicate with my computers at my house anymore. Not unless I give full access to Microsoft and allow them to have any of my data remotely at will without me even knowing who the hell has access, where it is, where it's going, why they have me bottlenecked like this. And they have complete and total control over home networking now. This was the only way that people could start their own networks in their own neighborhoods and start getting off of this goddamn biased, fucking prejudiced, and goddamn just totally controlling internet that they are doing for everybody. The communication companies have taken over your phones, they have taken over your cars, they have taken over your computers, and they have made it now so you can't host your own network on your goddamn home computer unless you have internet and you're directly connected to Microsoft servers. That literally means you have no capability of being able to host your own private little internet server in your own home and have your neighbors connect to it like your own little island internet. You have to have permission from Microsoft to do that now. Just like any video game you want to play, you have to connect to their servers and you have to run your game through their servers in order to play a game that you paid for and you're supposed to own, but yet it's not on you. The data gets stored on your machine. They get to use your data as storage on your machine, but you don't technically own the game unless you have the internet or unless you log in to your account to whatever fucking goddamn company built the game and is giving you access to be able to play it. I have been saying this for years, that they are taking over technology remotely so you are only granted access to anything that you buy and pay for. I cannot say this any more clearly. People need to start resisting and start boycotting this kind of bullshit, complaining about it. We need millions of people to call in and complain that they cannot do something like this anymore, that they cannot host their own home network so they can share data with multiple computers at their own house, with their own property, without the need of permission from the company that sold you the products that you're supposed to own, not only be granted access from somebody remotely, because they are taking over every single piece of technology that they put up for sale to anybody now. They are deliberately blocking your access, and you have to ask for permission from them remotely to be able to use your own products that you have paid for and bought from them. You do not have access to it unless you create an account, unless you get permission from the goddamn product creators like Microsoft. That is a world of technology. That is a world of imprisonment through technology. That is hijacking people's property remotely. This is invasion of people's privacy. This kind of bullshit should be illegal. And yet it is being promoted and spreading like wildfire. And nobody is doing a goddamn thing about it. And that needs to change immediately. Or else you're going to wake up someday and you're going to find out that you won't even be able to pick up your phone. You won't be able to even go into your car. You won't even be able to take a piss or a shit without permission from the company that built your goddamn toilet. That's where this is heading. And people need to start resisting and complaining about this before it's too late, or we're all going to be fucked. Period. Do something about it, or you're a part of the problem.